you're going to have to get used to the fact that if you want to hurt big business where in the wallet, stop buying the product. Fastest way to make oil go away, I agree, divestment will be good. But if you just don't buy the fucking product, Shell will tell you how that hurts. When Britain stopped buying for a day, the entire nation didn't buy Shell. Oh, Shell changed its idea and went and towed that thing they were trying to...
Right, but that wasn't a series of individual choices. Somebody organized a day, right, where they said, we're going to do this, and that's what needs to happen. Someone needs to organize a plan, and then people need to enact that plan. It's not like all the individual choice stuff
I'm
is not going to...
misinterpreting what you're saying, but it's still an individual choice. But the Shell station
Sure, it's
right
an individual choice to participate, but it's an organized system that you've developed to remedy the problem. Basically, people are, tools in the overall system, as opposed to all of us being individuals who are trying to make the world better, like product by product or what have you, or decision by decision. The Victory Garden thing worked, and people were really happy to do it because somebody told a story that said, we're going to win this war if we all pull together. People have to become more self-sufficient individually, and then collectively we're going to collect things and work. Women are going to be riveters now, and we're going to realign ourselves to a new way of doing things because we have a very important goal.
But there was also the very real threat that we don't want to be speaking German.
Right, and our threat this time is we don't want to be breathing water.
The problem is
underwater.
That Germany was, across the channel, and none of us liked Germans because we'd already met them and they spoke foreign and had strange ideas about sausages. Whereas...
I like their sausages. You leave German sausages alone.
Strange weather. Well, the point I'm channeling is that strange weather, it's been, there's a hurricane.
It still feels very far away, right?
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like immediate.
For now it does.
Especially if you're not on
But you won't be able to
the
ignore it for long.
coastline.
You won't, I mean...
And my worry is that by the time that, fat fuck next door who doesn't give a shit about anything other than have I got my diet zero soda, by the time the water's lapping at the door, it's too fucking late.
Well, I agree.
And that's what it's going to take. If you can't get out because Johnny Foodmaster's closed because it's 10 feet underwater.
I don't think the water will have to come to everybody's doorstep to wake up people individually. There's some basic threshold that we'll meet. It's not like everybody... I mean, the country didn't want to go to war with Germany, right? Like, it was a huge battle in World War II just to get us to declare war in the first place. It's not an all-or-nothing thing. It's an election. You have to get to 51%.
Well, how many people had to die in Pearl Harbor for us to declare war? I mean, that was what it took. We knew a lot of what was going down in Eastern Europe and Western Europe.
But there was a lot...
Before we decided to jump in, it took, direct action on American soil for us
had to float up your own back door before you actually went to war.
Right.
And there's a lot of land between equator and
Britain.
But Pearl Harbor didn't happen to everybody individually. It happened a long way away to people who were American soldiers.
True,
right?
but enough people were in Pearl Harbor and were killed at Pearl Harbor that it had ripples across the country.
And it was a direct action against the U.S. versus,
I mean,
our allies or whatever.
Millions of people.
If we're drowning American eagles, then maybe we'll...
Right. But no, I mean,
people.
so with Sandy,
dozens of people died.
Hundreds of people died. But,
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking.
But, what I'm saying is, this was the storm, or the weather event in the States that caused a lot of ink to be spilled about it's climate change, stupid. Katrina was also a result of, crazy weather patterns and, the wildfires in the Midwest and the drought and all that kind of stuff, but that didn't cause, the press and subsequent media attention.
A lot more people are going to have to die before anyone
is this going to, I mean, this was already, 2 weeks ago? More or less?
Well, 2 years ago. I mean,
so, is this going to last? Is this kind of attention going to still be paid?
It's going to
at the end, after the inauguration.
There's nothing smooth about
I don't know.
Changing your entire idea about how the world works. There's nothing smooth about that. It's going to be chunky and ugly, and this whole process is going to be messy as hell, I can guarantee you.
So when you say that people are really good at responding, because that's what makes you hopeful, right?
Sure, yeah.
It's people are good at responding to
yes.
events. But how bad does it have to get for that to happen?
That's a great question.
I mean, we're good starting when? When
what does
40% of us have? Yeah. What does? Yeah, exactly.